everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite performances of the year. For this, I'm going to be doing both actors and actresses. I'm going to go like back and forth and everything on this, where I do like one of my number 5 for actor and then number 5 for actress. This year's had a lot of really good performances, and there are still some that I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen Little Women, which I'm really looking forward to seeing, and I haven't seen Uncut Gems yet with Adam Sandler, so they won't be on this list. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Starting out for number 5. Actor is John Travolta for The Fanatic. I know a lot of people like to diss him and stuff for this movie. They say he's over the top, and he is kind of over the top, I don't deny that, but his performance in here to me was just really good. I think it was one of his best performances in years, and it was very obvious that he was having fun playing this character and everything. I don't think I've seen him play a character in so long that you could tell that he was having a lot of fun doing it. I think the last movie that he did that in might have been From Paris with Love, maybe. So it was really cool getting to see him in this movie, and I thought that he did a really good job. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't, and they'd probably even put him as one of the worst of the year, but I personally really loved his performance in this movie and everything. So John Travolta for The Fanatic is number 5, and for number 5 on actresses is Isabella Mona from Dora and the Lost City of Gold. This is actually one of the movies that I did not really care too much for. It's actually probably one of my least favorite movies of the year. Might even make my top 10 worst movies of the year, just because I don't really like Dora the Explorer. It's not really that the movie was badly made. It had some pretty cool special effects and stuff, but Isabella Mona's performance was amazing, though. She nailed Dora perfectly. She got like the innocence and stuff down really well, and she just fit the character very well. And even though I'm not really crazy for the movie, I don't deny that her performance was really good, and easily one of the best that I've seen this year. I think she did a really great job as Dora. So Isabella Mona from Dora and the Lost City of Gold is number 5, and number 4 on actors is Taron Egerton for Rocketman. This movie really impressed me. I've always been a huge fan of Elton John ever since I was a little kid and everything, so this movie I was kind of iffy about. I didn't know whether I was going to really like it or not and everything, and the movie was really good, but Taron Egerton's performance is really what drives the movie. He's just absolutely perfect as Elton John. In fact, there's even parts when he's singing and stuff that I forget that it's not Elton John. He's that good. He fit the role really well. He did a good job playing him, getting the mannerisms and stuff down right, and he was just really great. One of the best performances of the year. I really hope that maybe it'll get a nomination for an Oscar. I don't know that it will, but it would be really cool if it does, because it's one of the best performances that really would deserve an Oscar nomination. So Taron Egerton from Rocketman as Elton John is number 4, and number 4 on actresses is Dakota Johnson in The Peanut Butter Falcon. And she don't have like a lot of hard acting to do and everything, but she just plays this character so well, and she's like really likable and everything, and she brings like this charm to the character and everything. And after those really bad 50 Shades movies and stuff, it was really cool to see her in a movie where she actually showed that she has really good acting chops and stuff when given the right material, and I think she was really good in this movie. Yeah, I know I've heard that she was really good in Bad Times at the El Royale, which I haven't seen yet. I really want to. I just haven't got around to seeing it yet. Hopefully I will before too long. But I thought she was really good in The Peanut Butter Falcon, and one of the more underrated performances this year, because even though the movie was still a pretty decent doing movie and stuff, I feel like it's kind of underrated, because people don't talk about it as much except for like hardcore movie buffs and everything that have seen it. I think Peanut Butter Falcon is a great movie, and her performance is one of the best things about it. So, Dakota Johnson for the Peanut Butter Falcon is number 4, and number 3 on actors is Zac Efron as Ted Bundy in Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. I remember when I first heard about this movie and everything. I'm a huge Zac Efron fan, so I always look forward to his movies and everything, and I was like, man, this is going to be really going to test his acting ability, though, because even though I've seen him in really good performances, like in the Paperboy and everything, but I never expected that he would have been good as Ted Bundy, but he was absolutely perfect, and it's easily one of the best performances of the year. I think it was, when I first saw it, it was probably the first really great performance I had seen this year and everything, and he was just really, really good. And he just, I watched some of the Ted Bundy interviews and stuff that they copied in this movie and stuff and everything, and he like gets his mannerisms and stuff just perfectly, and he has that charm and stuff, and still a sinister feel to it too, and Zac Efron just did a really great job playing him. So Zac Efron for Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile is number 3, and number 3 on the actresses is Taraji P Henson in The Best of Enemies. This was a movie that when I saw the trailers and stuff, I was like, man, her performance is going to be great, but I couldn't tell if I was going to like the movie or not. I ended up watching it. I think it's kind of an underrated movie. It didn't really do very good in the theaters and everything. I don't really know many people that have seen it or really talked about it, but I thought it was a decent movie, and her performance was really, really great in here. I think the character, or the person she plays, is Anne Atwater, I think is her name. She did a really good job playing her, though, and it's easily one of the best performances of the year. Another one that I think is Oscar worthy, but I don't know that it'll get it, because you kind of could tell this was kind of an Oscar bait movie, it seems like, but it was released way earlier in the year than most Oscar bait movies are and stuff, so it may not get nominated, but if it does, I think she would be worthy of a nomination. She was really good in that movie. So Taraji P Henson for The Best of Enemies is number 3, and number 2 on actor performances is Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers from A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. When I heard that he was playing Mr. Rogers, I was like, man, I couldn't think of anybody better to play him and everything. I was like, I know this is going to be one of the best performances of the year and everything. And I went to see it, and it was even better than I was expecting, and I had really high expectations for it. His performance was just absolutely amazing. He doesn't really sound like him when he talks like him. I mean, he changes his voice to have that soft Mr. Rogers sound a little bit, but well, his voice doesn't sound exactly like him. He gets the mannerisms and the essence of Mr. Rogers down to a T. He's perfect in this movie and everything. And he's been snubbed at the Oscars a lot this decade, especially for Captain Phillips and Sully. But this movie, I really, really think and hope that he'll at least get a Best Supporting Actor nomination, because he was really, really good as Mr. Rogers, and it was one of his best performances of the decade and in a long time. Probably my favorite performance of his since Castaway. He was just absolutely amazing in this movie. So Tom Hanks for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is number 2 on actors, and my number 2 on the actresses part is Florence Pugh for Midsummer. I absolutely loved Midsummer and everything. I thought it was a really good movie. I loved Ari Aster's work on Hereditary, and I thought this one was even better. And Florence Pugh, I had never heard of her before this movie. I hadn't seen Fighting With My Family until just a few weeks ago, and she was great in that movie too. But this movie, she was really, really good in, and everything. It made me want to see more of her stuff. And I thought she was just absolutely perfect in this movie. There's some really big scenes where she's like having to go through very emotional stuff and everything, and her performance during those scenes are some of the best I've seen this year. And I really think that she is another one that's really worthy of an Oscar nomination. I don't know that she'll get it, probably not, because the horror genre usually always gets snubbed, kind of like Toni Collette last year in Hereditary, which was also done by him. I feel like her performance is going to get snubbed. I just have a feeling that it will, but she would really be worthy of it if she did get a nomination and everything. So Florence Pugh was number 2 on actress performances for me this year, and my number 1 performance by an actor in a movie this year is Joaquin Phoenix as Joker. Or throughout most of the movie he goes by Arthur Fleck. He doesn't go by the Joker until the end of the movie. But man, he is absolutely amazing in this movie. And when I heard that Joaquin Phoenix was going to play Joker, I knew that we were going to get a great performance, because he's one of the best actors around nowadays. And this decade he's had some really, really great performances in Her and The Master and many, many other movies. This movie just blew me away. I thought he was absolutely perfect for this character. The way they did the Joker was unique and stuff. It was a whole new, different kind of take on it, and I loved it about it. And the realistic portrayal of the mental illness and stuff was really awesome. And there were some pretty crazy things that happened in this movie, but Joaquin Phoenix was absolutely perfect throughout the whole movie. So he's number 1 on my actors' performances of the year. And number 1 on my actresses' performances is Lupita Nyong'o from Us. She plays, not only her plays the main character of the movie, but she also plays a doppelganger of her character. And the doppelganger is like really, really creepy and has this really weird voice and everything. And she does a really great job as both characters and everything. She fit the movie, or fit the character perfectly and everything. And it's one of the best performances of the year for me, for sure. Easily probably the best performance by an actress, for sure. And if it were up to me, she'd be the one that would win Best Actress at the Oscars. I don't know whether she'll get nominated or not. She might, but I kind of doubt it. But she might, though, because, I mean, Jordan Peele is acclaimed enough that she could maybe get it, but I don't know if she will or not. She would definitely be worthy of it if she did. I just thought she was perfect and everything. Like, you feel sorry for the main character and you get terrified of the other character, and then the big twist at the end makes things even crazier with her character. So but yeah, so Lupita Nyong'o from Us is my number 1. So let me know in the comments what your favorite performances from actors and actresses are. If you want to tell me your favorite actor and actress performance, let me know. If you want to do your own top 5s for both, let me know, or however you want to do it. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever, just because this is the song